And when it changes black, it doesn't mean it's off. It's not. It's just oxidation, that's all. When the silver zinc cream goes black, it's nothing. It's just oxygen. It comes as a spray. It can use as a coating in air and water filters. And nowadays, the washing machines from Japan, they coat the drum with silver because it kills the bacteria in the wash. So your clothes don't smell. You know, after you wash clothes, if you don't take it out straight away, after 1 hour, it just stinks because the bacteria starts multiplying in there. Nano silver, we're very interested in. Nano means small. The smaller you make a particle, the more effective it becomes because it can penetrate. When you use nano silver on wounds and all that, it actually can go inside to do its job. Zinc. Zinc is a metal. It's a nutritional compound. It's called zinc oxide or gluconate. In small amounts, it is a very potent antioxidant. It is very potent in stimulating your immune system. But if you take too much zinc, it can do the opposite. That's why you have only small amounts of zinc. You know those sweets you have to prevent sore throat? You have lozenges with zinc because the zinc stimulates your immune system. It doesn't kill the bacteria. It stimulates the immune system. And if you have diarrhea, you can buy tablets which contain zinc. You have aluminum hydroxide with zinc. It can reduce the amount of, for IBD, we use a lot of zinc. They come in capsules, but you must always give zinc in the capsules with food because it's a gastric irritant. Zinc is a gastric irritant. You must always give after food or with food. Then we have a herb, interesting herb. It's a daisy-like plant. It is anti-inflammatory. And one of the products that we use in there is chamomile. If you have a lot of inflammation, chamomile calms it down. We have chamomile shampoos, chamomile creams. And out there you will see dusting powders and tablets even. Because chamomile exerts its effect topically. It can calm the gastrointestinal tract down if you have IBD, diarrhea, whatever, colic. It belongs to a daisy-like plant. It can also calm your demeanor down because it's a mild anxiolytic. If you have anxiety, take drinking chamomile tea. Calms you down. You know chamomile? Very important herb. Very good for the skin and digestive tract. It is very ancient. It's not new. It wasn't designed on the internet. It's been around for thousands of years. It's used in animals and children very, very safely. You don't have to worry about this. And you can buy chamomile creams together with insect repellents. They put on the skin. If you have skin bites, they put chamomile on it. So it's very widely used. Then we have silica. The silica that we use is silica dioxide or silicon dioxide. You find that in creams as well, skincare products. They put a bit of silicon in there. It helps maintain and repair collagen and connective tissue as well as it's very important in bone healing and wounds. It helps the immune system. All this, we're talking about small amounts. So we're not talking about going to the seaside and take the silicon sand and swallowing it. Small amounts. It strengthens bones and nails. People take a lot of silica, like I do. I have very strong nails. My nails are so strong. I do T-scaling with my nails. You ask, well, my staff is not here. Dog comes in, cat comes in, I just use my nails. I can crack all the tartar off. Just my nails. My nails don't break. Very strong because of silica. And it helps my hair. Peptides belong to, there are small chain amino acids which are found, which is part of the proteins. They join together to give you large chains and they become large proteins. They are important in overall skin and coat health. So you can actually use short chain peptides and use it topically. There are a lot of modern treatment because of course they go off. So when you need to refrigerate it, egg contains a lot of this. Beat up the egg, put it on your face, but I don't suggest you go out at the same time. You lie down, you can put peptides on your skin. Taking small amounts of good amino acids are very, very good for your skin because they help the collagen as well. Gastrointestinal, other than the chamomile that we can use for gastrointestinal tract to calm it down. We have enzymes. Enzymes are found in all the fresh stuff, which is destroyed. You do not find enzymes in dry dog food. Not possible. Enzymes are found in fresh stuff. Enzymes are particularly responsible for, there are a catalyst. That means they themselves don't change. They are part and parcel of initiating chemical reactions in your body. You need that to survive. You find a lot of it in papaya. Papaya has the largest numbers of enzymes of all the fruits. Probiotics. Someone asked me a question about papaya. What is the safety dose of papaya? Only in Asia I hear this. There's no safety dose. The yellow that comes from papaya is called beta-carotene. It is a precursor to vitamin A and D. Beta-carotene. It is not a poison. It's good. I was just saying, I'm from the zoo. When we make the flamingos go pink, we feed them beta-carotene. Then they go pink. Otherwise, flamingos are white. The pink canary, you feed them beta-carotene. If you don't, they become white. So it's not a poison. If you give a lot to the dogs, he look more Chinese. Then you have probiotics. Probiotics is a class of bacteria. Fortunately, in dogs and cats, the range of bacteria is not that many. They're much more selective. For humans, there's all sorts of different strains in your gastrointestinal. Animals, not so many. There are two types of probiotics you can get. The dead ones, which are found in most products, or the live ones, which you need to refrigerate. The live ones are found in paste or in dry form, but in the refrigerator. And they are very potent. And there's no side effect to it. In fact, it's like drinking Yakult every day. That's a probiotic. And we have this paste for stopping diarrhea. It's called procholine. Procholine is probiotic, lipocarb plus kaolin. Kaolin is chalk. That's all it is, not absorbed. What probiotic does, the way it works, it actually goes into your gastrointestinal tract. It makes it very uncomfortable for all the bad bacteria to survive. So they push them out. But of course, they themselves die in the process, so you can keep taking it every day. The more probiotics you take, the better. If you have a lot of trouble with your gastrointestinal tract, you should be taking a lot of probiotics. Very, very good for you. You find the first thing, you get less flatulence, less gas, because probiotics, all this flatulence gas is caused by fermentation. And if you have bad breath, before you sleep at night, you should gargle and put probiotic live ones in your mouth. You go to sleep in the morning, there's very little smell. If you have bad smell, that means you're lacking probiotics. Heart. This is a very interesting topic because very few things are out there which are effective. And 70% of toy breeds in Singapore and Malaysia have heart problem, but time to get to 8, 9 years old, they develop murmurs, which will get worse and worse. And most of them die before they reach 18. They die at 12, 13, 14. They don't live to 18, 19, 20, which is very sad. Coenzyme 10 is the one we're talking about. It is sometimes called ubiquinone. It's been around for over 30 years. The most research done on coenzyme Q10 is by the Japanese. In fact, I think they owe the patent to coenzyme Q10. Most coenzyme Q10, the good ones, are bought from the Japanese. It is present in large amounts in the energy powerhouse of the cell, which is called the mitochondria. It's very active in both the heart, liver, and kidney. So whenever you get heart, liver, or kidney problem, you should give the animals a lot of coenzyme Q10. It is the most potent anti-aging antioxidant to date. That's why you find it in women in their creams now. Coenzyme Q10. How effective, I don't know, because it's an antioxidant. When you put it in the cream, by the time you open the cap, it's all gone. It's oxidized. So it's better to take it. If you take a lot of antioxidant coenzyme Q10, it helps your muscles, helps your heart, helps your gums. It's very good for preventing bleeding and receding gums. And it helps you with your aging. You age slower. I take 200 milligrams of coenzyme Q10 twice a day. 200 in the morning, 200 at night. I've been doing that for 20 years. It's very expensive, but it's very good. Because it's oil-based, the best way to buy coenzyme Q10 is not the powder form. The one in the capsule, which is the oil form, because it's protected against oxidation. It's a bit more expensive, but it's a very good form. They have coenzyme Q10 in the powder in the capsule, but it oxidizes too fast. And for dogs with heart problem, you can give them, you can go up to 200 milligram, maybe even 3. There are no side effects to it except on your pocket. Carnitine is the only active in the L form, and that's the only form we use. There's 2 forms, there's 2 isomers to carnitine. So L is the only one we use. It is a sort of an amino acid, and it's important in fatty acid transport, mainly in the heart for the energy. It's important in maintaining bone density, very good for old people. Then we have a very important thing. This one, someone asked me, I'm going to make my dog a vegetarian. I said, wait, hang on. You got to understand making a dog vegetarian not so simple. You can either use a commercial diet, or you put into it 2 things which they don't have. One is L-carnitine. The other one is taurine. If you don't have this, the dog is in trouble. It's not a real amino acid. It's called a pseudo amino acid because it has a special group combined with it. It's called a sulfonic group. It is mainly found in muscles, and the one with the most taurine is the heart muscle. But if you cook it, meat a lot, or you process it, taurine is gone. In the old days, we didn't know it was important. And children, a lot of children died from it, not getting enough taurine when they were drinking powdered milk. Because taurine is important in your heart. Without taurine, your heart will just stop or get very swollen. Most sensitive to taurine deficiency are cats. Cats need twice as much taurine as dogs. Babies need more taurine than adults because they're not eating meat. So if you get a powdered milk, you better make sure there's taurine. In the old days, we didn't know. But mother's milk contains taurine, but don't breastfeed, better drink milk. Remember those days? In the hospital, they don't even ask you. They straight away, when you go home, they give you powdered milk. The baby's already on powdered milk. Now, that to me is a crime, because so many babies died around the world drinking powdered milk. Because 70% of Asian babies are lactose intolerant. Same in Africa. They died, And in those days, they never gave them, they didn't add taurine. And there was a disease in children called cot death. They suddenly died in the cot. And only now they realize, not all of them, but a large percentage of them, because they were taurine deficient. The heart just stopped. Now when you buy powdered milk, it says, with taurine. You go back and find out those old cans don't have, okay? That's why I'm very cynical. That's the reason I formed this company, because I can scold my company. I don't have a problem. They won't sue me. But I formed this company to make a change. I added extra taurine into it. And I never tell people that this is complete. I never tell people that this is what you should feed. You feed it because of convenience. When you do feed it, got to make sure it does very little harm. But you can never substitute fresh. You can never substitute mother's milk, okay? Of course, now we learn. We go one big circle and come back breastfeeding again. You go to China, they're starting at that time when we were starting 20 years ago. Powdered milk. Every baby gets powdered milk. Breast, no, don't touch this. This is for other purpose. Hawthorn, very important herb. It's used for centuries in the treatment of heart and vascular disease. The Chinese came up with hawthorn, very important herb. It affects blood pressure, lowers blood pressure. It works directly on the heart by improving the contraction and the nerve impulses. The joints, glucosamine. Everybody talks about glucosamine. But what the hell is glucosamine? I even get vets worried. Oh, I got to dose, I got to do this. 1 tablet split into 4, it's only a small dog. Well, do you know what glucosamine is? You see the front word glucose, right? It's a sugar. Amine is a peptide. It's a protein. It's a protein sugar. That's all it is. Where does it come from? Shell. You know, when you eat your prawns, I eat the whole prawn because I want my glucosamine. But when you spit it out or when they peel it, they collect it. I don't know what's spitting out. But in a factory, when they peel the prawns or the crustaceans like crabs and all that, you take all of that, crush it up, you extract glucosamine. That's all. There's no magic. That's all it is. Of course, there are different grades. If it comes from some countries, you've got to be worried. Maybe those shells are from restaurants where they spit it out. But in some countries, the glucosamine is medical grade. You can also have a vegetarian glucosamine. Did you know that? If you're worried about allergies, some animals are allergic to seafood, or you are. You think, oh, Dada, I've got a joint problem. I can't take glucosamine. Every time I take it, I have an allergy. I break out. But there is a vegetarian version. It's not that common, a little bit more difficult, probably slightly more expensive. It is from fermentation of corn or wheat. Mushrooms and fungi also contains glucosamine. So if you like eating mushrooms all the time, you know the slimy stuff that comes out, you know, when you boil mushrooms? Oh, I love that slime. A lot of it contains glucosamine. It's a sugar. It's a protein sugar. The sulfated form of glucosamine is supposed to be better than the other forms. There's two types of glucosamine on the market. One is called glucosamine hydrochloride. One is called glucosamine sulfate. But the two, I think, it really doesn't matter. The more important is it contains glucosamine. It is found normally in the joints, besides shells of crabs and all that. Together with another acid, it's called glucuronic acid. It becomes, when glucosamine combines in your body with glucuronic acid, it becomes hyaluronic acid, HA. This stuff is normally found in joint fluid. HA you can buy. They come in the gel form. We do eye surgery. We inject it into the eye to lubricate the eye when we're taking out the cataract lens. HA is used in women to augment the breasts. Not every woman needs to put stuff inside. If you buy the HA, the thick one, they come in different thickness. The very thick one, it's about 4,000 D. You inject it under the breast. They don't put a sac. Why am I teaching you this? Anyway. Just for your information, for the men, okay, if you didn't know. You inject it under the breast, and the breast will plump it up. And then it will last for 1 to 2 years. No surgery is required. Afterwards, everybody's rushing out to buy HA. So hyaluronic acid is what is actually found in the joint fluid. It's a mixture of glucosamine and glucuronic acid combined in your body becomes hyaluronic acid. So hyaluronic acid is so commercially, now it's synthesized. In the past it used to be from the rooster's comb, created a lot of allergies. Now there's no more allergies. And it's very cheap. It used to be so expensive. Glucosamine, the HA that we buy last time was $200 for 1 mil, Sing dollars, 1 cc. Now it's a quarter of the price. Now it's made in China, very good grade HA. Korea has a very good one as well. They use it in cosmetic surgeries and all this. You can inject it under all the folds of the skin and plumps it up. And the women all look fantastic. But they're floating in HA. Clinically effective. And you can give direct joint injection of HA. That's what we do. My hospital does stem cells. We have the only stem cell bank in the world. So we have dog and cat. I take the dog stem cells, I mix it with HA. Then I inject it into the joint. The HA helps to hold the stem cells while they slowly do their work. And it also helps to lubricate the joint, so immediately the joint feels better. And they use HA in my cosmetic company because HA holds water. Because when you're talking about skin hydration, people get it wrong. I'm speaking now as a cosmetologist. I wear many hats. When you put stuff on your skin, your creams, it is not moisturization. You're oiling your skin. True moisturization, you need water. So you need creams that contain HA. What happens when the HA goes into the pores, it traps all the water from the tissues. It plumps your skin up. So guess what is used under the thing to get rid of eye bags?